Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me to take your time present my resume journal article. My name is Dian Syech Nur Maulana and resume journal article about as teacher COVID-19 means stories of how English teacher in Asia developed resilience during in pandemic. Author Yosin Lee and Judy Yin. Presentation outline. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, research method. Number 3, finding discussion. Number 4, conclusion and opinions. Number 1, introduction. Background and problem. The goal of professional development is to provide empowerment which can be the force that release worldwide. Education has experienced unprecedented disruption to COVID-19. UNESCO report that schools at all levels in 187 countries were closed during the initial outbreak of COVID-19, and it impacted around 1.7 billion students globally. UNESCO tells us that schools in about 80 countries continue to be closed nationally or locally, and about 1.1 billion students are still critically affected. In 2020, education experience describes to COVID-19 worldwide. According to UNESCO, nearly 1.5 billion students have been affected by the lockdown and the unexpected change from offline to online learning, and more than students have experienced difficult to the sudden shift in mode of education. We expect that this approach help build resilience internally and reactive the education system. Number 2, research method. A total of 8 in-service teachers for primary and for secondary from Bangladesh, Japan, Korean, and Indonesian participate in this study as shown in table. All of the participants in this study are given the data we collect from teacher panel discussion in November of 2020, during which the participants provide their stories regarding how they managed the class from March to September. In addition, a question was asked in the form of a sentence completion as in the following to help participants their experience by using a metaphor so that they can communicate and make explicit silence feature of their conception of how COVID-19 affect their view of teaching and learning. Number 3, finding and discussion. How educational context changed due to COVID-19. With the outbreak of COVID-19 causing local blockades and school closures, school education which had been focused on face-to-face education, which challenged the primary response to school closure was to provide online class instead of face-to-face class. Before the COVID-19, the world has thrown into chaos, and online class use the supplement classroom class or for class innovation had to be used entirely. However, although there were differences between regions, first, the video conferencing system used in the private sector and replaced by online class. The process, Google and Zoom were used extensively. In addition to the use provide program, the governments of each country also provide video education system in the public sector. For example, in Korea, edu- edu- educational broadcasting and the Korea Research Information Service provide online learning system to support online class. What does COVID-19 mean to you as a teacher? From their stories, it seems clear that they all share a common source of energy to condition search for a light and the end of the tunnel. All of the teachers were shown to have adopted positive attitude and to use it as a driving force to keep moving forward. Their optimistic view allowed them to develop the necessary presence to serve and appropriate measure during the turmoil. And most importantly, their passion for teaching and love for their students motivate them and encourage them to perceive of obstacle and another learning experience and opportunity to reflect on their teaching. Conclusion: the study tried to see what's going on in English language teaching at classroom level in Asian countries by listening to scholar teachers in Asia to achieve the aim of learning lesson from the experience we have had since the outbreak of COVID-19. Through the voice of a primary and secondary Asian teachers of English from 5 countries, the challenge of response brought by COVID-19. Alright, thanks for taking the time for my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.